The Ottoman Empire was one of the most powerful and feared empires in world history, known not only for its dominance on land, but also for its overwhelming strength at sea. For centuries, the Ottomans ruled vast territories across Europe, Asia, and Africa, shaping global trade, politics, and culture. Among their greatest instruments of power was their navy, a force so formidable that its presence alone could terrify enemies long before any battle began. The Ottoman fleet was not merely a collection of ships, it was a symbol of authority, innovation, and strategic brilliance. From the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, and from the Aegean to the Indian Ocean, the Ottomans proved they were true masters of both land and sea. The rise of Ottoman naval power began in the early 15th century, when the empire realized that control of the seas was essential for expansion. Dominating maritime routes meant protecting trade, securing coastal cities, and projecting military power far beyond borders. Ottoman sultans invested heavily in shipbuilding, trained skilled sailors, and developed advanced naval tactics. Through discipline, engineering excellence, and strategic planning, they built a fleet capable of challenging any rival. These early investments laid the foundation for centuries of maritime dominance. The shadow of the Ottoman fleet was often enough to make enemies retreat before a single cannon was fired. European powers such as Venice and the Habsburgs fully understood the danger these ships posed. Armed with powerful artillery, commanded by experienced admirals, and crewed by disciplined sailors, Ottoman ships controlled contested waters with ease. Their presence in harbors protected trade routes, discouraged attacks, and reinforced Ottoman authority. This psychological dominance was just as powerful as victory in battle, ensuring control through fear and respect. Ottoman naval supremacy reached its peak during the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent in the 16th century. Under his leadership, the empire expanded across North Africa, the eastern Mediterranean, and the Red Sea. Legendary admirals like Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha transformed the fleet into a modern and unstoppable force. Using innovative tactics, heavy artillery, and fast-moving ships, the Ottomans outmaneuvered their enemies. The Battle of Preveza in 1538 marked a decisive victory, where the Ottoman navy crushed a combined European fleet, securing dominance over the Mediterranean for decades and reinforcing the empire's image as a supreme maritime power. The navy also played a crucial role in controlling global trade. By patrolling sea routes, protecting ports, and intercepting enemy convoys, the Ottomans ensured the steady flow of wealth through their empire. Valuable goods such as spices, textiles, and precious metals passed through Ottoman waters, strengthening the state economically and militarily. Merchants relied on Ottoman protection, knowing that the fleet served as both guardian and enforcer. This control over commerce further enhanced Ottoman political influence and prosperity. Naval innovation was at the heart of Ottoman success. Massive shipyards in Istanbul, Alexandria, and other strategic ports produced powerful war galleys and agile ships for rapid attacks. Advanced cannons mounted on ships allowed the Ottomans to strike from a distance, devastating enemy fleets and coastal defenses. By combining artillery with skilled maneuvering and deep knowledge of regional waters, the Ottoman navy gained a decisive edge in both offense and defense. The psychological impact of the fleet was immense. When Ottoman ships appeared on the horizon, enemies often chose retreat over confrontation. Coastal towns prepared for surrender, trade routes were abandoned, and rival fleets withdrew to safer waters. This ability to dominate without direct conflict allowed the empire to control vast regions efficiently, proving that true power lay not only in force, but in reputation and perception. Over time, the Ottoman navy adapted to changing technologies, shifting trade routes, and emerging European rivals. The empire invested in modernization, training, and new ship designs to remain competitive. Despite challenges, the navy continued to be a cornerstone of Ottoman defense and global influence. Its presence shaped diplomatic decisions and military strategies across continents. Strong logistics and administration supported this naval power. Dockyards, supply lines, and recruitment systems were carefully organized to sustain long campaigns. Sailors received professional training in navigation, gunnery, and ship maintenance, while admirals were selected for skill and loyalty. This structured system allowed the Ottomans to project power from the Aegean to North Africa and deep into the Red Sea. Beyond warfare, the navy also strengthened Ottoman culture and political authority. Naval victories were celebrated throughout the empire, reinforcing loyalty among subjects and fear among rivals. Chronicles, maps, and historical records preserved the achievements of the fleet, building a legacy that enhanced the Sultan's legitimacy and the empire's prestige. Despite periods of decline and growing competition, the legacy of the Ottoman fleet remains unmatched. Through innovation, discipline, and strategic vision, the empire created a model of maritime dominance that shaped regional history for centuries. Their control of both land and sea ensured survival, expansion, and global influence. In conclusion, the Ottoman Navy was far more than a military force. It was a symbol of power, a tool of economic control, and a psychological weapon. Its shadow alone was enough to make enemies flee before battle began. By mastering the seas through foresight and strength, the Ottomans secured their place among the greatest empires in history. Their naval legacy stands as a lasting testament to the power of leadership, strategy, and control over the world's waterways.